Folks, WCBS has taken you all over the world to show you the sad state of this merchandise that just doesn't sell. But today takes the cake as I find stuff with literal dust caked on. I took a 5-hour road trip down south to bring you something wonderful. But before we get into that, today's video is brought to you by me, Jeff Hicks, and my graphic novel, Stealing Solo. Stealing Solo asks the greatest what-if question of all time. What if a group of disgruntled Star Wars fans kidnap Harrison Ford and force him to remake Star Wars in their basement? That, and a whole lot more, is answered in Stealing Solo, a Captain's Parody. Stealing Solo has been called Laugh Out Loud Funny and the greatest Star Wars parody since Spaceballs, and it's available now for a limited time only. Go to stealingsolo.com, which is powered by Shopify, so you get the reward-winning safety and security, and get yourselves a copy today. Once we sell through this limited backstock, I'm going back to the drawing board to bring you the sequel, which parodies Luke Skywalker's fall from grace, and finally the closing chapter, which I can't wait to get to, Frankenfisher, the Bride of Solo. And yes, it's exactly what you think it is. So folks, the only way to get that is go to stealingsolo.com right now, get yourselves a copy, and enjoy the greatest Star Wars parody since Spaceballs. So here we are at Ollie's, good stuff cheap, and, well, this Ollie's is pretty damn big. To the next of it, there's a Gabe's, and over here, there's, some furniture store, but we're here to go to Ollie's. And this Ollie's is jam-packed with unsellable Disney crap. Marvel, Star Wars, hell, let's throw some other Hasbro brands in there like NBA and a whole lot more. And they even have a lot of these WWE figures, but I picked up one last time. What people won't pick up are these damaged Shang-Chi toys. These things look beat to hell. The box office had a better turnout than this, but we have a ton of these Marvel toys. Let's just keep looking at the mountains and mountains of them. Ooh, Baby Yoda. What the hell is this thing? Never mind. So as you can see, the usual suspects are joined by a lot of different people, but let's check out Holdo, because Holdo never ever sells. Grand Moff Tarkin, Old Man Han Solo, these Black Panther figures. This is the mecca of all unsellable Disney toys. Now the Shurikopter, it doesn't really need any introduction. It's crap, and we all know it. And up here we even have our friend the Stormtrooper from Christmas. It's almost next Christmas. Will it sell by then? Probably not. Here's another aisle. Here we have all of these Eternals disc launchers. At other stores, they have them stacked up. Here they just have the cases of them because they don't have time to clean them up. They even have these cases of these Black Panther Nerf Gauntlet. I don't even know if these are Nerf. They're just Black Panther claws. You can get those along with your Namors and your Shuris. And more disc launchers. We see some Ghostbusters, we see some Lightyear, we see some G.I. Joe, more Shurikopters, more Dungeons & Dragons, and more Star Wars, including the Mission Fleet series, which just nobody wanted, but they keep making more random scales. Over here we have more Black Panther Wakanda Forever on store shelves toys, and we even have some Eternals figures, which again are eternally for sale. Oh look, Captain Marvel and Icarus, a match made in heaven. Now check this out. These are actual just cases full of Cersei. All one figure stacked up here in this box. But there's not one box, there's two boxes. Again, all Cersei. Let's check. Yep, that last figure is two. Here's another case of them. All her. And more figures. But not all her. We have a rogue Doctor Strange back here. It's the Milky White variant that nobody wants. And again, more of her. And a guy from X-Men. But more her. And more her. Is it another one of her? No, it's from the X-Men. We also have Skeletor. I like Skeletor. I just wanted to feature something I like for once, because He-Man's cool. John Walker could have been done better in the show, but he wasn't. Let's take another look over here to see if there's anything we missed up here at the top. Look, a whole case of Milky White Doctor Strange. Hasbro, learn your lesson. M'Baku, he's got a whole case of figures. John Walker, Phastos. You name it, they're here, folks. If you need a toy for this Christmas season, well, buy the toys from the last 2 Christmas seasons here at Ollie's, because they're based on Disney products, and people just don't want them. This made me sad too. RIP Carl Weathers. Ollie's has multiple cases of your figures. There's multiple different variants of the Carl Weathers Krieg or Grieg Karfa figure. You can find them all over for pennies on the dollar. Even one down here, a whole nother case. Ugh, the Shurikopter. Again, buy the case. This isn't just a couple, it's a couple cases. A lot of figures, a lot of Shurikopters, a lot of waste. You know, maybe you should release these figures when their movies are out and not afterwards. Now, you should never release a figure based on Miss Marvel. It'll never sell no matter what. And here it is, all those Disney acolytes that were over there on Disney Plus watching the show, praising it. Where were they when these toys didn't sell at Target? There's a case full of the Deaf Eternal. Looks like a case of Rey Mysterio figures. And there's cases of Cobra Commander and other Eternals as well. Oh look, Kumail Nanjiani. Oh look, we're moving away. That's how it should be. Let's just show you how many of these squeeze the leg action Shuris there are. There's 3 cases of them here. Let's just show you all of them at once, shall we? Pull them, and here they are. Kind of anticlimactic if you ask me. So this was another toy aisle at the same Ollie's, and as you can see, there's a lot of Ric Flairs over here. But what else do we have? We have some of the Falcon from the Marvel Vintage style card backs. Those didn't sell. I wonder how this Captain America movie is going to do with the Falcon as the lead. We'll talk about that very, very soon. The budget's $375 million. Great. And look, a Jyn Erso. It's so nice to know that the Star Wars movies will always be with us. Now, I call them action figures, but Ollie's calls them little people. But either way, you got a nice selection of Mario movie figures and, what was that, fishing twine, and, well, Barbie clothes. Now, I wanted to show the book section, because this Ollie's is massive. This whole store is huge. You name it, they got it, including graphic novels, which we're working our way back to right now. I'm going to do more comic content on the channel to let people know I'm a comic fan and a comic creator as well. And you won't be finding any of my books at Ollie's because, well, you have to buy them directly from me. And we also have the New Warriors. Not the New Warriors, but the New Warriors. Let's take one more look at this store from the other side. Again, just the book section. This is a massive store. A lot of this merchandise comes from Disney, and a lot of it doesn't sell. You think Ollie's is going to learn their lesson next time? You think Hasbro's going to learn their lesson and produce less merchandise? I see a lot of haughty people talking online about that Acolyte helmet. Well, that doesn't really mean it's sold out. It just sold out on one website. I found plenty of pre-orders anywhere. I found plenty of pre-orders all over. So here we are at another Ollie's. Again, good stuff cheap. It's on the sign. Looks like a smaller store, but this Ollie's contains something the other one didn't. And well, it's kind of a shocker. So here we are at the end cap, and we'll be back to this end cap a little later, because there was a lady, pretty sure she was on meth, and she would not shut up about board games, and she wouldn't move. Obviously, she's not in frame, but she's there yelling in the audio. So this is from Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. You know, that's a forgettable movie. Didn't dislike it, but also didn't really love it. And this sign is a lie, the Marvel Extravaganza. Is it really, though? It just feels like it's wasted shit from, years ago that didn't sell. Way to spin it, Ollie's. I got respect for you. But what I also have is surprise, because look at these Black Panther figures up close. Notice something. They all have dust on them everywhere, meaning these things haven't been touched in months. They've just sat here on the shelves. I got dust on my fingers. Look, it ain't the only dusty toy you're going to see today. Here's a trip down the toy aisle. Again, you're seeing the WWE figures, but they also have these Cantina Band figures, the Biths. So I don't know if they're the same figure with different instruments or how that works, but I didn't buy any of them. And neither did you. That's a good sign. So the Star Wars section here is a lot denser. We have the Emperor, Dr. Evazan, Lando, Princess Leia, Greeg Karfa, Han Solo, Holdo, whatever Forrest Whitaker's character's name was. They're all here, like packed to the brim, and they're dusty. And they're not the only dusty toys, and it's beyond the Shurikopter too. So let's take a look a little closer at this stuff, shall we? Again, never be surprised what doesn't sell from Disney. I'm surprised they made an America Chavez figure in the first place. It was kind of dumb. Well, that was a full peg of Cersei, by the way, but look at this. Look at how dusty these toys are. Again, these are Marvel toys. Been sitting on the shelves for months. No one has touched them. Not kids, not customers, no one. And it's, it's pretty gross to see such dusty, crappy toys that nobody wants to buy. Awesome. He's not even worth touching. There's even more stuff up here at the top. If there was a basement at Ollie's, I wonder how many toys from Marvel and Star Wars would be in it. Sorry for the cut again, there was this random person in the aisle and I wanted to make sure we avoided them, but the uncut audio of this would be hilarious. Here's the other side of the end cap, and as you can see, we have, well, it doesn't belong here, but more figures. There's a Dusty Namor, there's a Dusty Catwoman, a Dusty Agent Jimmy Woo. That one's all ripped up to crap, too. Whew. Now here's this book section. Ooh, and Marvel posters. So as you can see, there are a lot of books. Like I said, folks, next time we go and we'll start checking out the books a little closer for the readers out there. A lot of good stuff. Good subjective, but a lot of recognizable stuff, shall we say. So again, this store has a big book section. I like big books, and I cannot lie. Lots of books, including this Tetris puzzle book. 100 puzzles. I just rather play the game. Now, on the way back, we stopped at another store, not an Ollie's, but they had discount stuff out the wazoo as well, including Star Wars Episode 2 vintage-style figures. These things are roughly $16 to $17 in the store, and here they're $6.99. They had Ahsoka, they had Obi-Wan, they had young Anakin, they had a lot of these figures, a lot of these character choices as well. I was surprised they had most of the wave. And again, they're only $6.99, which is a great deal. I may have picked up Obi-Wan Kenobi myself. They even have these vintage-style figures, and those are, well, those aren't really worth as much to me. But they're more money somehow here. They're $8 as opposed to the other one's $7. Makes no sense, but this is Disney Star Wars, who might argue. So over here, we have just some random toys to show you what else is on the shelves here. But check this out. There's a Wonder Woman soft sword. SWAT, SWAT. Soft Weapons and Tactics. And there's a metal rod in here. So yes, it's a soft sword, but if you whack somebody hard enough, you're gonna hurt them. You're gonna hurt them bad. And look, they even have these forever on shelves. So folks, what did you think of this trip to Ollie's? Guess what? I got some surprising news for you. That's not all the footage we shot. We saw so much at other Ollie's that we had to have, well, another video. So join me next time where I go back out into the store shelves with all new footage from another Ollie's from hours and hours away. I'll give you a spoiler, there's something even bigger than what's in this video, and you don't want to miss it. So the only way to guarantee you don't miss out on that video is to hit the thumbs up button, make sure your bell notification is turned on to all, and make sure that WCBS is always and make sure that WCBS is always on your mind. So folks, we'll be back tomorrow with another video. I'll be back next time with more with another one of these. But on the way out, folks, check out the Wokebusters Kickstarter. And we need your help to get it past the goal. We're only 31% funded, and we're more than 50% of the way through the campaign. So if you want to get a great value, if you want to get a book that you'll never find at Ollie's, well then get a copy of Wokebusters. I wrote it, I drew it myself, and if you like stealing solo, and the numbers show that a lot of people do, well then you're gonna love Wokebusters, because I've grown as a creator in every way. Storyteller, artist, comedian, you name it, I've done it better in Wokebusters. But Stealing Solo is still a wonderful book, and we have a few copies left. We're down to 60, and I mean 60 of the Fandom Menace editions. Once those are gone, they are gone, folks. So go over to stealingsolo.com, get yourself a copy of that, and be on the lookout for Wokebusters. There's only a few days left in the campaign, so back it now. And if it doesn't reach the campaign funding, well, early adopters will be taken care of, but other than that, Wokebusters will have to go away. So folks, make sure you help the Wokebusters win this battle, and be on the lookout for the video that gives you a better look at Wokebusters itself. I'll be back next time with more, but in the meantime, be smart, be safe, be cool, but always be excellent to each other.